New Zealand realise as well, the man on debut is always going to be a little nervous. Try and go hard at him early.
For Nolas. No, he's got a ball at the end of the over. There's a ball left.
That's what it means to him just after the national anthem. Siraj had some tears in those eyes, and it just shows exactly what it does mean. Wonderful sight.
Now, while that's good emotion, is it good when you're playing for India? What will you do as coach, though? Because you don't want someone overly emotional. 10 of the first over. It's 15 for no loss.
Clearly, my future is what I make of it. I have dreams. I have miles to go. But I'm clear. No ego trips can get me there. I can change destiny. Not just mine, theirs as well. Clearly, this is me, Ranveer Singh. Vivo V7 Plus, 24 megapixel clearer selfie. Vivo camera and music.
So 15 for no loss. New Zealand, Siraj is first over 10, Bhuvneshwar Kumar 5. He's bowling his second. Third man comes in as well, so long on goes out. It's interesting, no third man, no fine leg.
You saw that in the first over. Bhuvneshwar Kumar got tight into Martin Guptill's pads, not trying to allow him to free his arms. Tried to give himself a little bit of room leg side in that first over. There's two changes for New Zealand. And Phillips coming in the middle order. He'll keep wickets as well. Adam Milne in for Tim Southey and Mohammad Siraj for the retiring Ashish Nehra.
Just going across to the young man who's in 45 inside the circle, having a little work with him, which is good to see always, the seniors. Knuckleball, so they come off the pitch quickly, just at 113 kilometers. Yes, at the end of the over also, when Virat Kohli went past him, he tapped him on the shoulder. It's always good to have these seniors back, a youngster. That's the reason long on is out, because he's got to push once ball into the pads. He needs support on the onside. Just drifted a little too much. There's been a touch of emotion around Indian cricket. The going retirement rather of Ashish Nehra. Very, very few get to retire like that in front of a home crowd with banners everywhere.
Took some time too, didn't it? Didn't that drag on the other night for hours afterwards?
Good shot. Oh, trouble at the non-strikers in. Don't think Munro realised how hard it had been hit, and the fact it was straight to the fielder. Yes, I think he just started running. It went straight to the fielder. He was running, and no, he was safe. He was safe. Turned quickly back. It was the Indian captain Virat Kohli. Yes, you can see he's well inside. Yeah, hit so hard. So Kohli's first responsibility was to ensure the ball's not going off his hand somewhere.
Well, in the midst of that, it's been another terrific over from Bhuvneshwar Kumar. He's had the better of Martin Guptill time and time again throughout this short tour. A little bit of movement there just outside the line of off, and at this ball he decided to go in at the pads. Good short delivery. That one looking to go at the pads. It was a slower ball. Pulled that line up.
Right, Munro has just played 2 balls and he's got a boundary behind him. Likes playing square. There's a man on the boundary, a deep backward square, one at long on as well. You can see the difference between the experienced bowler now, can't you? He's mixing it up. He's bowled a Yorker, he's bowled a slower ball.
Well, it's one of 3. Colin Munro must have that in his mind. It's either going to be a bouncer, a Yorker, or a slower ball. and I don't see them being too much else. Maybe tie him up on the leg side, but bowled by a beautiful Yorker in the last match. He's been found out on the short ball, hit the slower ball up in the air.
Right, more changes in the field. Man at 45 inside the circle is going to square leg. Man on the boundary is coming to long leg.
Oh, this is a bluff. I'm calling bluff here. Yorker's coming.
Right, now we know what would have happened if this was Simon Dool with the ball in hand. He's going round the wicket to base of leg stump, do you think? The idea for him. Now. And in fact, he's pulled the ball to where the fielder was. So as it turns out, sometimes you can make the change and it can work against you. 21 for no loss.
Every time you call on me, I drop what I do. You are my best friend and we've got some things to do.
Talking Bombers by Agio. Shop now at agio.com.
Jasprit Bumrah. Just 23 years old. Remember, he's vastly more experienced than his Mohammad Siraj. Obviously, was playing his first game, and he had only 2.5 years old in international cricket. Oh, good first ball. We did say that he did that against Siraj. Picked the line, hit through. This time the ball just skimmed past the outside edge.
Just a movement away from the batsman. Wasn't quite the channel of the off, or just outside off. It was well outside off actually.
Well, now last ball of the previous over, Simon Dool called it a Yorker. I think the fielding side said a field for the Yorker, and then this happened.
He went short again, didn't quite get up. In the end, Munro's actually played it quite well. That head, and the pace is in the surface to frighten anybody with a good bouncer.
He said a field for the Yorker, didn't he? I just wonder whether he thought the bouncer would surprise him.
I'm just talking about the way they have bowled to Munro. This was Ashish Nehra, first T20 in Delhi. Everything short, a little bit of width there, which he got away with in the end, but another short ball, another short delivery, one more. Munro struggling to get it away, and then Bhuvaneshwar Kumar with the full Yorker.
How much of a batsman is he? Because sometimes when you send a pinch hitter up, they tend to test him out with the bouncer because the pinch hitters don't like it.
First class average over 50. So, is that saying everything about him? I'm not 100% sure, but he's got big hundreds when he's played first class cricket as well. Records over a decent amount of games. Last match. Back to his best, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar being taken to Kanpur, the last one-day international.
So then he's not just a pinch hitter sent down. Now the slow ball, well done. Actually, we talk a lot about Hardik Pandya and the others in their development, which is fantastic, but this young man's development has been wonderful to see over the last 2 years.
Yes, absolutely. Look at that. He actually read the mind of the batsman, because he bowled such a good over so far. He bowled the slower delivery. Look at the way Munro had taken his front foot away, looking to clear the way for a big shot. Also slow delivery, top stuff. Yorker. Just a single. 24 for no loss.
By Agio. Shop now at agio.com. Stronger than steel. Gillette blades. Buy big and save up to 300 rupees. Available at a store near you. Offer valid till stocks last.
Look at it and say 4 boundaries in 4 overs. At least 20 deliveries. Only 8 have come of those. Dot balls, 14 out of 24. What's a good dot ball percentage? 40%? 120 balls, bowl about 40, 45, 48.
Yeah, if you bowl more than 40, I think you're doing well. As a bowling unit, you're doing very well if you're bowling more than 40. If you're a batting side, you can reduce those dot balls to under 30. I think then you've had a very good innings.
So Chahal, first over spin. He's growing in stature as well, been thrown into difficult situations. He had another dot ball there early on in the innings. 15 out of 25 so far. Right, just goes through with a shot, and it goes a long way. There's so much ease with which he hit that, and tells you how difficult it is to be a spinner inside these with his power, with his field restrictions on,
and particularly on this pitch, because there won't be much purchase for the wrist spinner. Wrist spinners generally turn on any surface, but you can see this is such a good pitch to bat on. You can play through the line, and that's exactly what Martin Guptill has done. Straight lofted 6, and yet again, this time he gets a boundary. Remember, only 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle for the first 6 overs. So there is a long off in position, and there is a deep mid-wicket.
I suspect his stock wide leg break is coming up now, because long on mid-off is still inside the circle. Right, this is colossal. As it turns out, it went into orbit and descended into the stadium. But this is a big over, 16 of it.
You got to say this would have been a 6 anywhere, any ground, because it's gone into the crowd, not just over the boundary. The boundaries have been brought inside for limited overs cricket. This has gone into the crowd, so would have been a 6 anywhere, because this is a big ground. This is a big ground.
Tonight for Martin Guptill, because sliding onto the bat very nicely from the spinners. Started well.
When I saw that ball leave, I thought it was on the way to Jamnagar. But now the left-hander. Already 17. Predict to be the wrong run, but 17 is good enough already. 41 for no loss after 5.
A pause is for camaraderie. Because life is in the pause. Take the time for all the things that truly matter. Black Dog Sparkling Water. Let the world wait.
मैगी न्यूट्रिलिशियस ओट्स और आटा नूडल्स अब 2 एक्साइटिंग फ्लेवर्स में, हर्ब्स एंड स्पाइसेस और मैक्सिकाना। तो करो दिन की शुरुआत मैगी न्यूट्रिलिशियस नूडल्स के साथ।
Jasprit Bumrah will continue with first over from him. Just the 3 runs. Guptill starting to get into his work, showing us all finally how good a player he is.
It's just a matter of confidence, especially for batsmen who are attacking, because that's when that thought comes, what if I miss it? They have a run of low scores, it doesn't help an attacking player. It's always before he's playing that big shot, there's a thought of what if I get out? He had a run of low scores. That might just change. He's got 101 of 69 against South Africa, so this guy can bat. Indian viewers haven't seen him enough.
Big change of pitch though, this one, Sanjay, to what we saw in Delhi. The spinner's getting a lot of spin. And Martin Guptill, there is a thought that doesn't play the spin as well. This was the first ball of Chahal's last over. Great shot, great swing of the bat, all the way down the ground for 6. But this was in Delhi. Tried to do the same thing, but it held up, turned a little bit, and we saw that wonderful catch from Hardik Pandya. Great illustration of the difference between the pitch tonight versus 3 days ago in Delhi.
Excellent, Scotty. Oh, it's gone through. They'll get a single. Bit of nerves, perhaps, from Ahmed Siraj, a third man. Karthik, I'm sure, will extend on the point that he just made.
And I think a point which me and Sanjay were talking about off air was on a good surface, and especially if you're bowling in the power play, you have to be slightly back of a length if you want to be slow. If you want to bowl up, you're not going to get any spin, and somebody like Martin Guptill, you're playing right into his hands. What he did in Delhi was outstanding because it was slow and up, invited the shot, got the ball to spin. Over here, it's a road, and you're only going to get hit without any protection.
I think going down, big appeal from the bowler. I think it's more a sheet of marble than road.
I don't think it's a pitch you can't bowl on though. We're seeing here from Jasprit Bumrah that if you run in and bang and hit the pitch hard, you'll get a little bit of bounce. He's bowling a great length. Shout here from him or Martin Guptill. Umpire did not really look at it. You see why, just sliding down the leg side. But 145 kilometres an hour, back of a length. It's tough to hit.
Yeah, he's always bowled good hard lengths. That's what Bumrah does.
Well, he's found the gap. Ball coming onto the bat and quickly disappearing to the boundary.
With that bounce, if you give me any sort of width, left-handers love it there. Not too bad, to be perfectly honest. Colin Munro staying leg side of the ball, not getting in behind it, but that enables him to free the arms. Disappointment. Ooh, it had been a good over to that point.
7 runs of the over. 6 overs gone. It's 48 for no wicket.
Every time you call on me, I drop what I do. You are my best friend and we've got some things to do.
Chahal's got the second over, which is interesting. He'll have a little more protection, and he just heard Mahendra Singh Dhoni. That was telling Karthik, take over. Tell us what he told Chahal there.
Exactly the point we were making. He said, Dur wala acha hai, which means the one which is farther away from the batsman is much better. On a surface like that, you are trying as a bowler to make the batsman hit the square boundaries. So if you bowl up to him and bowl to somebody's strength with no protection, it's asking for trouble.
But here's the point I want to make. We talk about his bravery and his courage when he's happy to toss the ball right up. I know this is not the pitch for it, but worthwhile maybe trying the first few balls. I'm sure now there's not going to be too many toss-up deliveries to Guptill, at least on this surface. Sweep shot comes out. Yeah, let's watch the length he bowls to Guptill now.
I understand the courage bit, but from a T20 point of view, if you've been hit once and you understand that the surface is not conducive to what you're trying to do, and especially in the first 6, you bring that length back immediately. Sometimes by trying to show too much courage, you're not helping your side. Agree.
Slightly flat batted. It's gone quickly to long off. They'll get a single.
Last over from Bumrah. Big shout on Martin Guptill, but the angle of the delivery, it's hit him in front of leg stump and going down. So 1 point critical in the last match. Good decision.
Yes, done well. He's been quick to change that in his second over. That's smart from Yuzvendra Chahal. The first 3 deliveries, the possibly similar lengths, asking Martin Guptill to have a go, which he did. Reverse sweep coming out from Colin Munro's back. It's 4 runs, a very good over. It's 52 after 7.
Yippee crazy mood mein, happy shappy mood mein, chill will, lazy mood mein. Yippee mood masala pehle main masala डालो, mood masala mix डाल के yippee go, अपने mood जैसा.
Dude,
what's your mood बना लो.
नया yippee mood masala from ITC.
It seems like it's going to be change of ends for I think it's going to be the same end for Mohammad Siraj. Bowled that 1 over, conceded 10 in the first 6 when Chahal was brought in the first 6. Now the debutant gets another opportunity in slightly better conditions.
Yeah, this is something which I wanted to pick your brains. Both you have been captains, and in a T20 game, do you give it to a rookie, or do you, when you have somebody like a Bumrah?
Bit too high, big appeal from the bowler when he was quick to cover up and alert the non-strikers and backing up as well with that direct throw.
To answer your question, I think it's a great move from Virat Kohli, and the reason is he hit for a couple of boundaries early. On debut, he'd be nervous, would slow a ball out, pitching outside leg. But he'd be nervous, so what you want to do as a captain in that situation, I think, is get him back in the game quickly. Allow him to settle. He's got all the fielding protection now. There's 5 men out, 3 on the leg side. You can just relax and bowl.
It's another short ball, they'll get a single. New Zealand have started off well, left hand, right hand combination of Guptill and Munro working. We've seen what Guptill can do today.
Certainly can. Good pitch. He will hit it through the line as well as anyone in the world. Great liking to Jahal's first over. They were going along nicely. 48 without loss. A lot better performance than we saw in Delhi. That was massive. Second 6 of the over. Munro finishing that off Bumrah.
Okay, I'm going to rephrase that question.
Trying for the Yorker. Gets the ball on the full. It's still a good delivery. It was a low, quick, full toss.
And the rephrased question is, should he have bowled ahead of Bumrah when he's a rookie on a good track the second over, not after the power play is over?
No, again, I think Kohli's captaincy was spot on, and a lot of teams, World T20 World Cup last year, I remember there was a lot of 1 over spells. So no problems whatsoever that Siraj just got a taste, just the 1 over, now come back.
Well, he's muscled that. Maybe that's gone over the rope. It's very flat, and it's a 6.
He's a powerful player, Colin Munro, with a clean intent. Yeah, the slow one didn't bounce enough. He was ready for that shot and flat it went.
And to add to that, what a great tactic too from New Zealand, putting the debutant under pressure. They had to be aggressive.
Good Yorker. They should get a couple of runs here. This is where I think we are all being a little unfair to bowlers. That 6 just went about a meter over the boundary rope, and there's so much space behind the boundary rope that can be utilized. Make the boundaries a bit longer. Move with the times.
It's one of the bigger grounds though, isn't it, Sanjay, this one? 72 to 74 metres, I think, all the way around. A couple of the pockets maybe just under 70 metres.
But look at the space, the turf behind the boundary rope. There's lots of space there. The ropes could be where the LED hoardings are. But that's a clean it. And that's a 6 on any boundary. It's another massive one from New Zealand. They're looking good here. 8 overs gone, 68 for no wicket.
McDowell's #1 soda. Aaj banao #1 yari. Stronger than steel. Gillette blades. Buy big and save up to 300 rupees. Available at a store near you. Offer valid till stocks last.
Played a bit of T20 cricket. But this is a pitch where you don't want to make your debut on as a bowler. It's a bit like during our time when fast bowlers played their first international game in Sharjah.
Yeah, you're right, and that's why Saurashtra can't afford to get down and disappointed, thinking he's letting his team down, because this is such a good batting surface and the game lends itself to all these shots.
Great length to start from Akshar Patel, and that's the ideal settling in length for a T20. He's tall, he's got that angular bowling action which is slightly round arm.
He also saw what happened to Chahal when he bowled the ball up. Seen it all before Akshar Patel, so starts off short, trying to take a pace off.
There's nothing wrong with that delivery. That's just good batting, and sometimes you do, as a bowler, have to tip your cap and say, that's a great shot.
Trying to play through the covers. The ball generally comes back in for Akshar Patel on these kind of surfaces.
Yeah, smart once again. Couple of slow deliveries, tucking him up. The reason why I say smart is that after you bowl a dot ball as a spinner, you're expecting a big shot, especially on a good surface. You need to know, or you need to have the art of giving a single, especially the batsman is trying to have a go at you, and I think that's sometimes underestimated in T20 cricket.
This is going to be a challenge. Bowling to a left-hander. He's going for the big one. Mistimed it. They might get 2. They'll look for 2, but won't get it.
This is where the smarts, your intelligence come in. Again, I know New Zealand's still none down, so they can afford to be aggressive. But it's easier for the left-hander against Akshar Patel. So Martin Guptill, if it's there to hit, smash it by all means, but give him the strike.
Great stuff, just 4 runs from the over. 9 overs gone, it's 72 for no wicket.
Clearly, my future is what I make of it. I have dreams. I have miles to go. But I'm clear. No ego trips can get me there. I can change destiny. Not just mine, theirs as well. Clearly, this is me, Ranveer Singh. Vivo V7 Plus, 24 megapixel clearer selfie. Vivo camera and music.
200 and you still feel insecure with that score. So there is tendency to try and belt every ball for 4 or 6. That's where some bowlers have some good overs. My playing experience and now as a commentator as well, I found people here when you travel to Rajkot especially excitable, very happy to see players along with the play. Chahal gets his 3rd over. The length was very short. That time he'll get a single.
expensive overs from Mohammad Siraj, the debutant, forcing the captain and the cool, calm head of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Who should we give the ball to? And after a few deliberations, it was unanimous. Chahal has been the wicket taker. He's bowled with a lot of smartness right through the series. Once again, good lines, good length.
Couple of things to note here, the length and the line as well. Don't think he's going to bowl too many deliveries outside the off stump for that free swing of the bat. That's like the escape route for spinners. Tag the legs. There again, the line, but this has disappeared once again into the night sky, into the stands.
Oh, that's big boy power, isn't it? That is a long way back. MS Dhoni has that sort of power. This is what he's known for, Martin Guptill. Great shot. Comes down, but it gets still again. That's the key to it. As he always does. Keeps the head down. Once he's hit it. Wonderful shot.
And nothing wrong with what he did, what he tried to do. Got a bit of drift this time outside the off stump. That's been his go-to delivery. Every time somebody has come after him. Yuzvendra Chahal. Yeah, slow drifting in, but it's a good surface. Sometimes you think you've put your best foot forward, you put the best ball on the opposite side of the court, and if somebody plays a shot like that, you just doff your hat.
Change of pace. He's just pummeled that on the offside. Good fielding. It's going to be a couple of runs. It's just some real power hitting from both ends. No respite for the bowlers.
The other way to tell that this is a good pitch is how hard it gets hit out to the boundary riders. The deep points and long off, they're having to get round. Again, huge. Has he got enough? Wow, well fielded.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I think he thought this was a clean hit. Was going to sail over the boundary ropes. Misjudged it, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. I think they're going to take the boundary. The sound was such that it suggested mistiming of the lofted shot, but Bhuvneshwar Kumar, in his mind, thought that was going. Might look a very good attempt. And he's just watching that, but the umpires at the moment just watching the boundary to confirm whether it's going to be 4 or 6. He hasn't signaled anything yet. 10 overs gone, 83 for no wicket.
अगर बोल्ड नहीं खेलेंगे तो कभी ना जान पाएंगे. Royal Challenge Sports Drink. Make a bold move.
मैगी न्यूट्रिलिशियस ओट्स और आटा नूडल्स अब 2 एक्साइटिंग फ्लेवर्स में, हर्ब्स एंड स्पाइसेस और मैक्सिकाना. तो करो दिन की शुरुआत मैगी न्यूट्रिलिशियस नूडल्स के साथ.
To continue.
The moment the ball was hit, I think Bhuvi in his mind had almost resigned to the fate that this was going to go in the stands again. His body language was more like, oh, I'm going to watch this ball go over the ropes. And suddenly, he realized that he's got a shot at the catch.
Yes, this is a big boundary. In the end, you've got to say that he would have gone over boundary and it might have been 6. So while I think a lot of people probably say it's a drop catch, you'd like to think that it was maybe saving 5 runs. Wide down the leg side, and it'll be a boundary as well. Dhoni unable to get to it. It was fuller in length. Not easy take for the wicketkeeper.
This time. For Martin Guptill's power, still only going at 112, so he's faced a lot of dot balls in that meantime. Just to keep going.
The seasoned T20 bowler Akshar Patel got a couple of wickets in the last match where there was something in the surface. Ball was just holding and turning. That's where.
Wow. Just stand and deliver stuff. That ball is sliding onto the bat so nicely.
Well, this really is a very good pitch to bat on. The ball is coming on so nicely. You don't want to be a bowler on this pitch. It's bowled with slightly quicker delivery. And it's gone because it was length. There's not much purchase. There's no turn. Swing your bat and get a 6.
Ball this time. This should be out. Oh no, gone straight through the hands of Shreyas Iyer. 50 for Munro with that 6. 21 off the over. And New Zealand after 11, 104 without loss.
Stronger than steel. Gillette blades. Buy big and save up to 300 rupees. Available at a store near you. Offer valid till stocks last.
मैगी न्यूट्रिलिशियस ओट्स और आटा नूडल्स अब 2 एक्साइटिंग फ्लेवर्स में, हर्ब्स एंड स्पाइसेस और मैक्सिकाना। तो करो दिन की शुरुआत मैगी न्यूट्रिलिशियस नूडल्स के साथ।
Feeling sometimes can be a nervy time for newcomers. It can be quite intimidating. Crowd around and thinking about how important a big stage this is. When you bat out, you're more sort of in control. So those misfields in the last game didn't help his confidence, and this also, I think, was a pretty tentative effort from Shreyas Iyer.
He's just been banished again because he was long on, and he's just been banished to long on again down the centre. So he's had to run 120 metres after dropping that catch.
Maybe not banishment, because we've seen that with Virat Kohli. He himself actually moves from long on to long off on occasions, 2 consecutive overs.
Wide.
He's looking to bowl wide of the stumps in case Kapil goes over mid-wicket. Kapil so far hasn't shown us the inside-out lofted shot over extra cover. He does play over long off.
Straight up in the air. Chance again. This time, yes. Taken and taken comfortably. Hardik Pandya.
He did quite middle this one. Looking to get to his half century with a big shot. I think he was maybe looking to go towards long on. It might have turned just a little bit. Let's have a look at the arc of the bat. Yes, he was looking to hit it towards long on, and then ball spun a little bit. The bat spun in his hand, and Hardik Pandya has taken more difficult catches than this. 105 for the first wicket, New Zealand. It's Guptill, gone for 45.
Stronger than steel. Gillette blades. Buy big and save up to 300 rupees. Available at a store near you. Offer valid till stocks last.
मैगी न्यूट्रिलिशियस ओट्स और आटा नूडल्स अब 2 एक्साइटिंग फ्लेवर्स में, हर्ब्स एंड स्पाइसेस और मैक्सिकाना। तो करो दिन की शुरुआत मैगी न्यूट्रिलिशियस नूडल्स के साथ।
Lost their first with a score of 105 on the board. Skipper Kane Williamson comes to the crease. Chahal picked up his first wicket. Expensive tonight. Misses out with the switcher. Skipper, average in the mid-30s strike rate, it took over 120. Nicely bowled. Oh, I thought it was all right.
Like the way his comeback gel. There's a lot of purpose in the way he's running in and bowling. This ball went to long on. So I beg your pardon, long off. And Shreyas Iyer was at long on. Hardik Pandaderi is in the background. So they've just gone straight, Guptill, because it was from the front of the hand, the skidder. Wondered why he looked to go more next side.
I think they're looking to hit with the turn, but they're not turn on this pitch. Sometimes you try and hit with the turn rather than against the turn. That is a simple batsman's now. Indians are excited. The umpire unmoved. Virat Kohli's gone for it. He's reviewed this.
Reviewed, shouts to them. There is a referral for catch. Can we start with front foot first, please? Original decision is not out. Fair delivery. Can we have spin vision, please? Just rock and roll it there, couple of times. Can we now have alternates, please? Just rock and roll it there. Take it back, still back. Still back, Dave, still back. Yeah, roll it from there. Just rock and roll it there. Just roll it. Can you go back again? From the front. Yeah, from there. Roll it. Yeah, nothing on outrage. I would like to go to the umpire now. And then nothing on outrage. Stay with your decision. You are on screen now.
Is so relieved. This is like a report card for the umpires. Virat Kohli was really gung-ho about it, which is something that you expect with him. Dhoni clearly said that he was blinded. Virat Kohli was at short mid-wicket. He was in a great position to see that. I wonder what he's talking to the umpire about. Maybe the murmurs that we heard right through that whole sequence that we saw. Simon?
Yeah, just clarification, I think, and he's entitled to get clarification on that. So I think we all saw those little murmurs all the way through, the little lines, just with the foot scraping on the ground, all that stuff can make a difference.
I was watching it, there was murmur before the ball reached the bat as well, so the umpires took the right decision. There was a huge spike around the bat or glove area. Then he could have maybe overruled that decision. I think the right decision was made by the third umpire as well.
Oh, gone here with a good throw. No, poor. It's a poor throw. Rohit Sharma. He was done cold there, Colin Munro. End of 12 overs, 108 for 1.
Stronger than steel. Gillette blades. Buy big and save up to 300 rupees. Available at a store near you. Offer valid till stocks last. I started up again and made my mark. My signature. So what are you waiting for? Log on to signaturestartup.in.
It's a thing.
To continue. Kane Williamson is very lucky that Colin Munro is still at the other end, because he's sold him down the river here completely, pushed it straight to Rohit Sharma, took off for the run. Very lucky, it was such a poor throw. Dhoni still just about gathered it.
I think is that there's another opportunity, but Munro has run very, very quickly. Now, if he had probably been not looking to fall down while throwing, he might have got better direction.
Maybe they could have, or he could have just taken a fraction of a second longer too. Yeah, you can see the distance. He was short by a long way, just rushed it a bit too much. Too off balance to get an accurate throw.
Well, 6 more. Good timing from Munro on this occasion.
Well, on a good pitch where the ball's not doing much, Akshar Patel can be predictable because he doesn't turn the ball much. He's very accurate, and that can go against him because that accuracy itself can go against him because batsmen know that it's going to be on that length. They can plan for that shot.
It's a pitch where the bowlers can't just come in and bowl a ball without too much intensity. I thought the pressure is so much. Such a great batting surface. The ball coming onto the bat. The boundaries are not long. There again, MS reminding Akshar Patel to keep bowling that length. That ball that went for a 6 was pitched up again. So maybe lapse of concentration. But here, to pay a heavy price for that.
Swung away into the gap. Powerful from Williamson this time. His first boundary. 122 for 1.
Maggi Nutritious Oats और आटा नूडल्स अब 2 exciting flavors में herbs and spices और Mexicana। तो करो दिन की शुरुआत Maggi Nutritious noodles के साथ।
Stronger than steel. Gillette blades. Buy big and save up to 300 rupees. Available at a store near you. Offer valid till stocks last.
For 1, 7 overs remaining. New Zealand will be looking at a minimum of 10 and over. Getting close to that 200 mark, 190. 92, 10 and over would give them. Well, first time T20 series. First game went India's way completely. The bowling unit was so good. Pandya with the attack now, and we've seen him under pressure for the first time.
Made good use of the crease. Gave himself the opportunity to pick the spot on the leg side. The ball was angled onto his pads. Very light on his feet, Kane Williamson.
So love the way he looked to hit a 4 rather than a 6. The test cricketer inside Kane Williamson got into a position to pull, but made sure he was keeping the ball down than hitting in the air.
Boundary.
He's a very good fielder generally. Shreyas Iyer. Ball bouncing out of his hands. He would have had at the back of his mind that the boundary rope is very close.
Straight. And one bounce for.
Yorker's gone a little too full, and Munro is in good form. right up the middle of the bat. One bounce into the boundary.
Thought this was going to be another flat six, just about a meter short of the boundary rope. Strike rate of 197 for Colin Munro. Starting to get some runs at the top of the order. Nothing like confidence to get an attacking batsman going and becoming that danger player, which eventually becomes the difference between two sides. You can see that it's all power. See strong arms coming into play, strong wrist as well.
Push for two, take on the arm of Shreyas Iyer.
With Guptill, all those big shots that you saw with him was more the swing of the bat, a good swing of the bat, a bit like Yuvraj Singh's swing. With this guy, it's about jabs, powerful jabs.
And those, how high has that gone? Not far enough. Another six, his sixth maximum. 136 for one.
Finally we have reached.
Look at the roads.
There you are.
Hello. Yes.
Oh, look at this. It's so beautiful.
This is a revolving gate. Very nice.
Yeah. Oh, look at the chandeliers here.
Hallo, guten Tag, willkommen. Wie geht es Ihnen?
What?
How was your Flug?
Flight.
Oh, the ceiling. See? You both smile. You are live.
Why are you wearing the sunglasses inside? Come closer. Come.
This is your room key and free Wi-Fi.
We don't need Wi-Fi. Look at her. She's always on the internet.
Imagine international roaming with unlimited data on the future-ready 4G network. The future is exciting. Ready?
This way.
Bowling's under pressure. He's gone to Mohammad Siraj, 2 overs for 26. Shah Patel's bowled 3 overs for 39. Chahal's finished out. Got 4 left. He needs 2 from Hardik or Siraj, and that'll be 4 as well. Lovely timing from Kane Williamson.
Well, they play for the same team. Hyderabad, so he would have played against Suraj quite a bit in the nets, giving him room outside the off stump, and the New Zealand skipper going inside out, lofted extra cover drive.
He's going well as well, Kane Williamson. Strike rate over 150.
Whip that away. Chance in the deep, taken. Mohammad Siraj has got his first wicket. A little expensive, but he'll enjoy that.
And watch the next ball that he bowls. It will be a lot quicker. The body language will be completely different. The body language of the crowd has certainly changed. And that's the only friend the bowlers have on this ground. And it's the long boundary on the leg side if you're right-hander batting at this end. He's timed that quite well, but still well short of the boundary rope. Rohit Sharma takes a good catch this time. Some respite for the bowlers. And Mohammad Siraj gets his first international wicket. 142.
And it was this magical quality that captured the imagination.
Shopping? MG Road? Huh. Auto? Huh.
बुलाया क्या?
जहाँ चाहो आएगा, जहाँ चाहो जाएगा। ओला ऑटो सिर्फ 29 रुपए में 4 किलोमीटर। डोर स्टेप पिकअप ओला ऐप से बुक कीजिए। ऑटो बोले तो ओला ऑटो।
मैगी न्यूट्रिलिशियस ओट्स और आटा नूडल्स अब 2 एक्साइटिंग फ्लेवर्स में, हर्ब्स एंड स्पाइसेस और मैक्सिकाना। तो करो दिन की शुरुआत मैगी न्यूट्रिलिशियस नूडल्स के साथ।
140 for 2. Tom Bruce comes to the crease to join Colin Munro. New Zealand have just lost their skipper. Nice moment for Mohamed Siraj. He's copped a little bit of punishment tonight. Tom Bruce at the crease, just very early in his career as well. Strong man.
Nothing wrong with the shot. Everything right about it, just not enough power. Next ball was 136 kilometers per hour after that wicket. Seen him before ball in the IPL. He's a fighter. It's a quality that comes through bowling on those dead slow pitches. That's what he needed. This kind of little boost with a wicket. Let's start to see the original Mohamed Siraj.
Oh, how's he got that down there? Brilliantly bowled. You'd have to say clever shot from Munro.
Well, when you're in form, you're hitting everything. You can sometimes get the bat down at the right time and get an edge as well. Yes, he was out. He was out to the Yorker in the previous game, but this one was just a little bit down the leg side.
Inside edge back onto the foot. Successful over, 15 gone, 147 for 2.
Stronger than steel. Gillette blades. Buy big and save up to 300 rupees. Available at a store near you. Offer valid till stocks last.
मैगी न्यूट्रिलिशियस ओट्स और आटा नूडल्स अब 2 एक्साइटिंग फ्लेवर्स में, हर्ब्स एंड स्पाइसेस और मैक्सिकाना। तो करो दिन की शुरुआत मैगी न्यूट्रिलिशियस नूडल्स के साथ।
Given the way things are going so far, given the number of wickets they have, 12 in all with 207. Question, will that be enough?
Also getting into that stage of the match where India does well, don't they? The death bowling, we saw that in the one-day match in Kanpur. In particular, the same 2 bowlers, Bhuvaneshwar and Bumrah.
Ball just in between now, he puts it down actually, he got there and then put it down. India have been magnificent in the field in recent times, but today they look back and say no, they weren't.
Had many chances today, India. Bhuvaneshwar, Iyer, and this time very smart, taking the ball away from him. Once again a slow one. He got there, but just muffed it up in the end. Yuzvendra Chahal manning covers. There have been a few times when he has let a few through his legs, so that could be another costly miss for India.
Yeah, I think they prided themselves on the fact that on days they were better than Australia, better than New Zealand. Not today, not so far. We'll see what New Zealand do when they come out, but India have been lax. Right, he's bowling Bhuvaneshwar for his 3rd over, which means he's got 1 over to get out of somebody, assuming Bumrah and him will bowl 2 each. Whether that is Siraj, whether that's Akshar, whether that's Hardik Pandya, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, maybe they'll try and wait for the dismissal of Munro if they can, and then bring talent for his final over. Few options. That's the beauty of the sixth bowler for India.
And look at the carnage. And then the 2 overs from Bumrah. Smart. Once you shift hands, you can use both sides or both stumps, and the umpire won't be harsh on you. That's what the rule is.
Spent a lot of time practicing this shot, Colin Munro, and he actually hits it with a lot of power as well. Slow ball of only 118 kilometres an hour probably did him in. Yet to get hold of one of these so far tonight. Pretty safe option for him normally.
Round the wicket now. Oh, 4 runs. It's almost a default option these days. Everything is rushing away to the boundary, even if the bowlers actually manage to produce a fall shot.
Yeah, slow one once again. He had to reach for it. But the one thing which happened well for him was that he got a thick outside edge and there was no man. A third man, the 2 people inside the 30-yard circle on the offside.
It's the kind of field where you need about 18 fielders. And a couple outside some outside the boundary as well. Missing off.
Yeah, at this stage, isn't it? It's about going inside and outside the arc. So if Colin Munro is to swing through the line, the way he's proved tonight, he'll go out of the ground. So out nice and wide, or tuck him up at his hip. Good bowling. Pitching outside leg, no real chance for an LBW. But that'll be the plan.
Now for the right-hander, mid-wickets dropping back. Square legs already on the boundary. Long on will be there too. Third man is up, fine leg is up. There's a deep point. And we'll just beat the man inside the circle as well. It's tricky setting a field. And so another 11 run over. It's 158 for 2.
Hi, low data, no problem. Hotstar auto mode के अलावा डेटा है ढेर सारे डेटा सेविंग ऑप्शंस। अगर आप 720p पे वीडियो देखेंगे तो प्रेम अंकल और सुमन आंटी का कबूतर जाता है और 180p पे प्रेम अंकल और सुमन आंटी का कबूतर
कबूतर
जाता है। आपका डेटा जैसा भी हो, हॉटस्टार पे आपका एंटरटेनमेंट चलता रहेगा।
So Bruce 6 of 3, but what an innings Colin Munro is playing at 84 of 43. He already has a T20 100. This could well be a second.
So it's the man Siraj they've gone to, and I think that's what had to happen. Quick man, can always change it. It's up in the air. And Virat Kohli underneath it, but tantalizingly beats him.
Missed his length and not by much, but it's right in the slot. We talked in the last over about going inside or outside the arc of Colin Munro. This is straight in the middle. Look, he can just hit through the line. Great balance, not perfectly timed, but Kohli still watches it sail over his head.
Actually, I'm not sure he hit it as well as he would have wanted to. And it's still gone for 6. Two should be the call. It's a long chase for the man at long leg. I was just thinking a little while back. It's a bit like being a spectator, isn't it? For the bowler, there's nothing you can do anyway. Everyone's just watching the ball sail over. Kohli was interested for a better part of the trajectory.
And that's generally the reaction on a good surface when you can beat the man, but still goes over the ropes.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to go by the rules. That's actually a very good ball to bowl in the circumstances.
Straight at his feet. Yeah, he can open his arc with that swing if he goes on this line. He's set up. Might have just flipped the pad actually. There was disappointment from Siraj and from Dhoni. You don't need that when you're going all around the ground as it is.
Absolutely nothing in favour of the bowlers. They're not second-class citizens. They're somewhere on 12th class. Absolutely nothing. The pitch against them, the rules against them. The boundary rope, another couple of yards back easily. .18 and over with a late over flourish. New Zealand should be looking to a 12 and over, 210, 10 and over, 203. India defended that in Delhi.
This is where they'll want a big over, just to give them that cushion of over 200. So they've got 10 off the first 3 deliveries. They'll do that again. It's exactly what they're after.
Oh, now look at that shot. That'll be 4, and irrespective of all that you've seen in T20 cricket, you still cannot have a fielder there. Right behind the wicket keeper. He's gone for 50, Siraj. It's not quite panned out the way he wanted to. His debut.
Yeah, that's cheeky and that's par for the course in T20, especially at this stage of the innings. Tom Bruce, we've seen him play a few shots, very smart. You need to get into the right position, pick the right delivery. Sometimes it's preempted. Already made up your mind before playing that shot.
This is where it's a lonely game, isn't it, as a bowler? Going for 50 on debut, you can see the disappointment in his face. He doesn't hide it very well. And the 2 experienced men, you've got Dhoni and Captain Virat Kohli, are a long way away. Virat Kohli's at long off or long on for the left-hander. Rohit Sharma went up to him, put his arm around him, but that's about it. Nowhere to hide.
It's like a dream of playing for your country, and then you see a track like that. There is a fielder in the deep, and I promise you there'll be a sigh of relief here. 16 came with the over. It's 174 for 2.
Hi, I'm Gaurav.
क्या प्रॉब्लम है इसमें? कोई खराबी नहीं है, बस वही तो खराबी है. काश ये थोड़ा सा और
कुछ ज्यादा नहीं है.
Gentlemen, now streaming on Hotstar.
But he's got to get out of this very quickly because he's still in the game as a fielder. He's got to watch what Jasprit Bumrah has done so far, just 2 overs for 9. So India will go back to the trusted B&B.
Once again standing out. We saw in Kanpur how good he was when the others had been taken to the cleaners. And he's drawn a lot of respect from the opposition. The way he's bowled, just outthinking batsman. The bounce which he has managed to get from this surface. We saw him beating Martin Guptill every time he was running down the track. And then the mix-up delivery where he puts it up right into him, sliding it in, tucking the batsman up. That's why Bumrah has been very good.
Only get a single. Maybe a little entertained the thought of a second and dispelled it quickly. Getting a surface like this on your debut, it's like you're an opening batsman, you've dreamt 10 years of playing for your country and you get this green top facing and you're saying, no, why is it happening to me? But that's part of the game. You've got to take whatever comes. And it's the going gets tough. You show what you're worth. 25 to get. There's 2.4 overs to get to that mark of 200. I think it's fair to say that if New Zealand get only 200, they'll be disappointed. This is set up for a little more. 11 runs so far from 2.5 overs, Jasprit Bumrah. It's the nature of the game now. I don't think the side chasing would get intimidated too much by 200. 95 of 49 for Colin Munro.
Outstanding over so far, just 2 runs when so much has happened. Was that an outside edge? He's definitely been lucky today, Colin Munro. Yeah, that was the catch. Should Bhuvaneshwar have taken? That was casual. The run out definitely should have happened, and then Chahal missing another. Straightforward, not very tough, but in international standards those are straightforward chances.
I think it's coming back with 2. Colin Munro might find that he could sleep on the tracks tonight and get away with it.
Well, what I think is India caught the New Zealand dropsies from the last match. Both these two teams are normally excellent in the field. New Zealand were terrible in Delhi, and India have seemed to follow suit tonight, and I'm not sure why that is.
Well, you've got to ride your luck, and Munro has done that. He's played some spectacular shots too. Fielder serve. 5 this over is outstanding at this stage. 179 for 2.
MJ5 का सिंक्रो वर्सेस 13.13 का स्वैग।
पूरी लाइफ में हमने ऐसा शो कभी जज नहीं किया है।
क्या ये नए चैलेंजेस पड़ेंगे भारी चैंपियंस MJ5 पर? देखिए ये शो अभी हॉटस्टार पर।
Total batting first here in 5 IPL games, 182. It doesn't matter whether you bat first or second. Now here's Bhuvaneshwar, 2 overs left. Colin Munro is on the verge of joining a very special group of players with 2 T20 international hundreds. Brendan McCullum, Chris Gale, try and remember the third. We'll take a single. We've got a producer from the West Indies here who's waiting for me to call out the third name. Evan Lewis.
And say I would never have got that.
All Indians would have, because both came against India. It's interesting that if Munro does get that, 3 of the 4 would have been left-handers, and Brendan McCullum's a freak anyway. You can't define him, so it doesn't matter.
Most importantly, there's 2 New Zealanders on that list.
It's funny how we always find what we're looking for in numbers. I think a little bit about Bruce here as well. Been sent in to do a job. For the moment, he's put Munro back in strike.
Malaysia, Vrinda Sehwag, being on 99 is usually a nervous time. Munro's just slowed down a little bit as he's made his way towards that 100. He deserves a century, but he needs to kick on for New Zealand too.
Doesn't matter, he's got a striker of 186. Right, what's he going to do with this one? Bat to ball, a century for Colin Munro. He's ridden his luck, but he's also played some wonderful shots. And he's got that very quickly indeed. It's a very, very fine innings from Munro. Just 54 balls. Joins a very small list, as I said, of people who've got 2 T20 international hundreds.
He does wonderful innings. 7 sixes, 6 fours. His team needed it after poor performance in Delhi. New Zealand needing to win this match to keep the series alive. They century opening stand with Martin Guptill, and he's able to go on with it. Terrific performance, Colin Munro.
His next objective is to ensure that the next 9 balls, as you said, are productive too. Just 4 runs so far. So the last 10 balls, Bhuvaneshwar has only given 5, Bumrah 6. But this is his moment.
always a proud moment to get 100 for a batsman in any form of the game, especially T20, when you're always taking chances, where the chances of perishing can be quite early. Colin Munro has been a dasher right through the series.
Lovely ball. Just a single. Just got in New Zealand sourcing their players well, are they, these days? Casting the net far and wide beyond the island as far as South Africa. Colin Munro from South Africa.
Listen to you, eh? We've got to pull him down. Yeah, Colin Munro, yes, his background is South African. He came to New Zealand as a young man. There's a few others around as well in this New Zealand side. Glenn Phillips, too, grew up in South Africa. PJ Watling came to New Zealand when he was about 9 or 10. Colin de Gromholm from Zimbabwe.
He's placed that beautifully, but not hard enough to be able to come to get a boundary. So ends another very good over. 8 at this stage is very good. 187 for 2.
We have the truth inside us, and we wanted to say that. We wanted to bring it up. What is it that I can do? What is it that I can do about this?
It's very painful for me, and I don't wish to continue this.
For 2 from 19. You almost play this like a game, isn't it? Imagine you're chasing 200. Colin Munro 104 not out.
I think he likes the subcontinental sides there, Harsha.
I think you can say that. Right into Tom Bruce. He's in New Zealand then. Well, he's hit the ball for a single. Now can they get a second run in? Yes, they do. And India won't mind that because Munro's been getting the ball away better.
That's cruel luck, isn't it? We've been talking about how India have been a little bit lax in their fielding today, then some brilliant throwing and hitting the stumps, and it cost you a run.
New Zealand look like they coast to about 205, 210. That'll take some getting here. Bumrah and Bhuvneshwar Kumar done well again. Very little timing on that ball, but still the 50 of the partnership comes up. Bumrah just 17 so far. Bhuvneshwar 29 from 4 overs. That's excellent too. Who'd you miss out? Neil Wagner? Grant Elliott? Can you make an 11 of South Africa, New Zealand there?
Well, we had a first-class game, I think it was last season, where the Auckland side, the biggest city in New Zealand, did not have one player born in New Zealand. In their first-class side.
There's only that few anyway. Right, here we go. Oh, that's a good shot. New Zealand need more of these in the end overs.
It's a tough shot to pick, especially in the end overs when the adrenaline is pumping. You want to play some big shots, especially the way you've gone. Colin Munro just having the presence of mind to realize that all the fielders on the onside are very deep. One area where you can utilize is the man at short fine, and so it's brought about a change in the field. Deep square leg comes into the circle, the short fine falls back.
He's going over square leg, they're looking to at least. He can't, the ball's too full.
I think psychologically New Zealand will feel like they need 200. They're in a position where it looked odds on. And if they don't, they're close. It's still a big score and India will need to bat well. But